Welcome to Top Speed. My name is Chrissy, and today in our garage is a 2009 Mercedes-Benz S550. Nice, right? To begin with, the Mercedes S-Class is considered the top-of-the-line sedan produced by Mercedes-Benz. It was first produced in 1954, but it was not officially called the S-Class until 1970. In 2007, our latest generation S-Class was introduced. Slightly larger, more stylish, and a few new technology gadgets. These new gadgets include a new main dial that has been changed to an LCD screen, infrared night vision system, and a pre-collision system which prepares the driver and the car for an impact. In addition to luxury style and technology, Mercedes-Benz offers the S-Class with a choice of a V6, V8, or V12 engine. In our fleet today, we're test driving a 5.5-liter V8 engine, which has the MPG of 14 city and 22 highway. This engine can produce a powerful 382 horsepower. Not bad for a luxurious car. The starting price for our S550 is $87,000. Our test vehicle has a tag price of $99,700, and that is because it's loaded with a $10,000 package, which includes 20-inch AMG wheels, AMG Sport body kit, drive dynamic front seats, and much more. So now that we know a bit more about the 2009 Mercedes-Benz S550, let's go outside with Miles and check it out.
Thanks, Christy. Now, usually when we get cars from manufacturers, they try to give us one with all the option boxes checked. They really want to give us a premium car because they figure it's sort of like bribing us. If we feel like we're in the lap of luxury, then maybe we're going to like their car a little better. Well, Mercedes took a completely different approach with us. In fact, when they dropped off their S-Class, they dropped off the very basic model. In fact, our 2009 S550, well, we have to settle for a 5.5-liter V8 engine. We only get 382 horsepower. In fact, we have to settle for a body style that's way back from 2007. We were so angry that we said we had to at least get one option package, so we made sure that we got the sports body kit, and we also got these great 20-inch wheels. They're from AMG, they've got sports tires, they've got that nice 5-spoke look to them, and we really like them. In fact, you know I'm kidding, I really like this car in total. This is a great car. In fact, I love the Mercedes S-Class in total because of what it is. It's a big sedan, but it handles really well. These are, well, they're Autobahn burners. They've been building them since World War II, and they really know what they're doing. In fact, every time the Mercedes has built an S-Class car, they've sort of given it a little bit of conservative looks, but you can just tell there's a real aggressive nature behind it. And again, because they're Autobahn performers, they have the performance to back it up. Mercedes did make one sort of mistake though, and that was with the last generation S-Class. They changed the dynamic a little bit. Instead of looking conservative and hiding the aggressive nature, they tried making it look a little bit more aggressive, and the car was, well, it was really more conservative underneath. The styling of it had slab styling, but they just tried to round off the corners, and it wasn't quite what an S-Class should be. But this is totally different. This is the brand new S-Class, and when you take a look at it, it's got that nice round shape. It looks warm, it looks inviting, almost like a big luxury Volkswagen Beetle. But as you come up closer to the car, you start to see the creases, you start to see the hard lines, that razor's edge that, well, it gives it sort of that toughness, it gives it that aggression, it just really makes it look cool. It's sort of like a Venus flytrap. It looks good from afar, it draws you in, and then it bites hard. In fact, that's the same way this car handles on the road. It bites hard and it really does well in the corners. But we'll get into that later. Just what you need to know is you get a lot for your $100,000. That's right, this big sedan costs about $100,000, but it's got a great look on the outside, and even better, what S-Classes are known are to have a whole host of technology. And to get a real part of that, well, we got to go inside the car to get that. Now, as I was saying before, the S-Class really is the technology leader. In fact, there's a saying that basically the technology that you see on an S-Class will be the technology that you're going to start seeing in standard cars in the next 10 to 20 years. So, for starters, let's see what we're going to see on future cars. To begin with, what we have is seating that actually will adjust when you turn. The side bolsters, every time you go into a turn and you lean into a turn, what will actually happen is they'll inflate and they'll give you that little extra support. Another thing here is we don't actually have a speedometer. What we have is we have an LED screen that basically represents the speedometer. And what that does is, in our car, we get a lot of different features here where it gives us a lot more information and we don't have to take our eye off the road. What you also get optional other cars we don't have in this S-Class is you get an actual night vision camera where it's projecting before you, and it'll project that screen right there on your LED screen. So again, you don't have to take your eyes off the road and you can see that much further into the night. Those are the real cool bits of technology. But other than that, we've also just got a really nice luxury car. To start with, the wood is real. It feels really good, it feels really rich, and it's just nice to the touch. Same thing with the leather. Of course it's going to feel nice, of course it's going to feel tight. This is a Mercedes, it's a luxury car. Only thing is, as we have in other luxury cars, because we have some light color leather here, occasionally it'll show some of the touch prints. But then again, it's a $100,000 Mercedes, we probably have someone who can clean that. Everything else on the car, Mercedes really likes to think a lot and really likes to put in a lot of the technology. Our seats are powered 14 different ways. We can make all sorts of different adjustments. I can even control the passenger side seat from my driver's side control right here. It's just, you can do just about anything sitting from this one command area. In fact, speaking of the command area, that's one of the greatest features is Mercedes command system, which you just grab the knob and you get to do different twists and you get to command the entire car right from the screen. Everything on the navigation screen is really good. The contrasting colors work really well and everything looks good. But that's not everything that this can do. This commands the entire car right from this area. You also have your audio settings. You can do all of your audio right from here. You also have telephone, which you can hook up through your Bluetooth. You can watch a DVD from this, or you can do just about all the different settings of the inside of your vehicle. The interior lighting, the ambient lighting, sunshades, everything that's part of the vehicle is all through the command center. One of the other great things is that you can do all sorts of stuff with your seats. You can actually decide how much you want your side bolsters to be inflated, and it'll show you right there exactly how much you have. But there's also another great feature here. The seats will also give you a massage. You can choose while you're going down the road just exactly how comfortable you want to be in your Mercedes. But it's not just the driver who gets to have all this electronic fun. There's also some really cool things in the back seat. There's actually a lot to do in the back seat of the S-Class. The first thing is I've actually got a lot of sun on me, so I'm going to put up the one-touch sunshade. But I not only have buttons, of course, for taking down the window on my side, but there's actually a button that I can do it on the other side as well. There's just a lot of different little fun features to this, but the best thing is as we said before, the S-Class is a big car, and so we get a lot of room. In fact, the driver's side chair right now is in the position that I'd normally be driving in, and I've got a lot of room back here. In fact, I've got to make a pretty good stretch just to touch the back of the seat. And the really cool thing is the S-Class doesn't drive like it's this big. In fact, we're going to find that out right now in the test drive. As I was saying before, this is a very technology-heavy car, and another area that hits is, well, in a lot of the driving. In fact, both the brake pedal and the accelerator get processed through a computer before they actually do anything in the car. And what that does is it does a lot of great safety features. First of all, with the braking. If Mercedes feels that you're stamping on the brakes extra hard, they're actually going to give even more power because you might be getting into an accident, and the car is actually going to prepare for that. With the accelerator pedal, the car is going to figure out how fast you're going and how much acceleration you actually need by the degree of how much you step on the pedal. It's all about that adaptive driving. Now, usually in drivers' cars, a lot more assists and a lot more basically computer intervention isn't a good thing. You lose feel and you just really don't like the drive as much. But that's not the case at all in Mercedes. That's because, well, they've been doing it for a very long time, so everything actually just enhances the ride and drive of this car. Another thing, the steering. It's very much adaptive to the speed, so when you're at speed, it's going to lose a lot of the feeling, it's going to lose a lot of the play, and it's very good when you're going at high speed. But at low speeds, it doesn't get heavy like it would in, say, a sports car. It's still just very light and makes this feel like a much, much smaller car than it really is. And the whole overall driving impression is you got a lot of speed, you got adaptive to every place that you want to. That means when you're going slow, the car is very easy to handle, and when you're going fast, the car is exactly what it wants. It wants to get low to the ground. It gets all the good stuff that you get from a sports car. And that's really what you expect out of a top-of-the-line Mercedes.
Thank you, Miles. Well, that's all we have for today on the 2009 Mercedes-Benz S550. Tune in next time for our next test drive.